Well, the state of Minnesota celebrates the first Indigenous Peoples Day as a state holiday today. The state legislature passed a bill recognizing October 9th as Indigenous Peoples Day. The day has been recognized for decades in different forms and under a variety of names to celebrate Native Americans' history and culture. There will be events all across the state to celebrate the day. In St. Peter, the city will host an annual walk from 5 to 7 p.m., starting at the St. Peter Middle School and ending at Minnesota Square Park. In Mankato, the city's Indigenous Peoples Day Committee will host Mariah Gladstone, founder of IndigiKitchen, to speak about food sustainability. That event is free to the public and will be held at the MSU Mankato Ostrander Auditorium from 6 to 8 p.m.